Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Pentiment. So this is a game that I've been meaning to play on my own for a while now, but I never got around to it. But then I got to thinking it might make for a decent little series, you know, do something a little different on the channel. So I figured, hey, let's check it out. Now, I don't really know too much about the game other than just that it's vaguely historical and that the project lead was Joshua Sawyer, who I've enjoyed a lot of his past work, where he's had like a major creative input. I think we'll just jump on in. Easy read fonts. I can read those. It saves the game. Incredible technology. Okay, maybe I can't read that shit. We have a rock? Oh, can I not? That's not it. That's in Latin. Okay, that's why I can't read that shit. Oh, okay. Nah, man. Oh, sorry about your timeless artwork that took, you know, dozens of man hours to make one page. Get wrecked. Okay, I couldn't read that shit because it was not in English. That makes me feel a little bit better, because I was like, oh, I can definitely read the stylized font. That's not, I don't have any readability issues. And then immediately they show me a page, and I'm like, I don't understand any of those words. Yeah, I totally get it. You think the dog is classically trained? Or did he or is he self-taught? Yeah, I'd kind of meant to play this game when it came out, but I just never really got around to it. Because I've heard, you know, relatively good things about it. And I also think it's supposed to be, like, kind of shortish, which is a little attractive. Not getting, like, bogged down in, like, a really long narrative game. Because that's usually what I play on the channel, so sometimes it's nice to have something a little bit shorter. An artist's mind? Yeah, my mind, it cannot be so easily defined like that. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, but you're not wearing any pants! I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. I need you to finish this commission by the end of April. Keep your conversations with Brother Piero to a minimum. We're always distracting the sisters, you know how we be. Up to the devil's work again, are you? Don't encourage him. Devotions to one work can yield pleasures of the mind superlative to those of the body. Yeah, okay, whatever. I didn't drink poison. Either you need to spend time with more exciting lovers, or I need to learn how to make the Socrates way. How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I ignored him, which is what the comment merited. That may be so, but it puts you on his bad side. What does it matter? Father Gurno needs Andres to finish the Abbey's commissions. Is this... I mean, it seems like that's like something that should give me a tooltip. Like a V. I don't know what that's doing. That is true, and Andreas is simply under the abbot's employ, not a sworn brother of the abbey. Yeah. We're just like a guy. Despite the abbot's ire you must endure, soon you will finish both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master awaits you. Oh, okay, there's a little definition up here. I wasn't seeing it. For the Imperial City. I know what Nuremberg is. I played 2,000 hours of EU4. I'll have you know. I know all of them cities, maybe, if they put them in the game. Yes, marriage to someone who has never met, hardly ideal. Or the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus. Then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least? What the fuck's Jesus? That's what my brother said in his letters. Maybe he's trying to lift my spirits. The small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. Yeah. You know. It's growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? I can't always dream of this place, your majesty. Of course, if you are not here tomorrow night, I pray you'll be someplace as pleasant. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. I've never had a dream that's this orderly. I mean, it's like a little weird, but usually it's like, after about a minute of this, it would transform into something completely different. Granted, I also don't really dream very often. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. I never do. That dude's my spirit animal right there, man. Ow! At least I would if they stopped stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to endure the avid shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. Abbott can't push me around. That's what I like to hear. Damn true, buddy. What the hell? Is that what they call instant karma? Yeah! Would you please stop? I've been killed. I give up. Take me home, Grobian. As you wish. Hey, be gone. Good morning, Ursula. Ah, Vander. Time to get up. The Baron, April 1518. A few more pages back to the Abbey. Done. The Picatrix, Key of Solomon, the Heptameron. Prior Farak keeps giving me all these books to read. Who is he? Boy. I don't get it. Because it definitely gave us a definition that one time, but I didn't see anything there. I should really clean this up. That's for the help to do, Andreas. We're an important person, maybe. Could access quests from the journal tab. Another day, another few pages for the Abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the Abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. Okay, so we write books. No, go down. Hello, small child. Andre. That's her name. Don't wear it out. What up, Clara? Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Well, you know, pretty ordinary as far as sleeping goes. Well, as long as you didn't sleep poorly. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, ends of some of the rye you like from the Albans. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. I don't get it. Am I stupid? I mean, like, I see that it's pointing to this guy, but I guess it's just to let you know who they look like. It doesn't always have a definition. Otto stopped by. Yes, around dawn. Can I move? Oh no, you're the slowest woman in history. Here you are, Andreas. Nod. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could we... Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? Oh, that would be more than too much trouble. That would be probably the maximum amount of trouble. And if we raised it by 2 grosh, and what the hell? Okay, a type of thick silver coin minted throughout the Holy Roman Empire. Okay. I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it, even more than usual. That looks like a Peter, man. What is this? I'm gonna try to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until the beginning of May. And it's only April. Okay, we can be generous. We must take the consequences of inaction into account. What is this shit? Don't they pay taxes every year? Why is this falling on you to fix? You're under no obligation to pay, but the Gretners will suffer for it. Yeah? Well, the Gretners. I want to help them, and I want to be taken advantage of. Well, I'll see what I can do. Of course, I understand. I hate to even ask it of you. Your taxes get harder to pay every year. See, I don't know how much money we have. I don't know how much you're putting me out of. But it just never seems like it's enough. Saint Luke bless you for helping us out. Saint Luke, Christian evangelicus and patron saint of artists and physicians, often represented by a winged bull. Speaking of Saint Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. You know, it's a masterpiece. Those things take time. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the divine office that Prior Finric allows me to work on my masterpiece. Divine office. Prayer time observed by all Christian monastic orders. Monks and nuns pray together 7 times a day and once at night as dictated by the rule of Saint Benedict. A terrible restriction, but slow going. The city council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting to get to a new chapter in my life after, you know, a little too much fun. Must be rather frightening starting all over again. It is, but I now know that is what I want to do. This will be remembered. Oh no. Not many people get to decide that. Certainly not anyone in Tassing? Maybe I can't read that shit. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your books. I do kind of like how it, like, corrects itself. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. Well, it's hard to say until it's done. It's not for me to judge if it's a masterpiece. That's for people 300 years after I die. They'll be like, oh wow, that thing's actually kind of good. And I'll be like, well, yeah, I died in poverty. Would have been nice if they could have recognized it in the time. There's no way to think about it. I'm sure it'll be a treasure when it's finished. Now I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Monastic hour at dusk, one of the major prayer hours. It is followed by supper. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Yeah, that's a Klaus if I've ever seen one. Of course, please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course, wait until later, Clara. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not giving you that money, probably. Oh yeah, also there's this lady. You were just kind of standing there the whole time. Hello, Andreas. That's it? That's all you got for me? Oh, you got as a hello? Other lady talked to me for 1,000 years. Peter! Andreas. I'm gonna get that bug. And we can... talk to you? No? Schmovin'. Ill Peter. Bless you, Andreas. Oh, yes, Andreas. This weather's been awful. This town's gone to shit since my days. I don't think the townsfolk can do much about the... Were things very... Nah, I don't think they can do anything about the weather. Yeah, well, of course they wouldn't know how to do anything now. No one follows the old ways anymore. Old Abbott didn't bother us much about our customs, but nowadays they're 15, 19, cancel culture, can't do anything you used to do back in the good old days. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Perchetta to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Okay, pagan goddess of the Alps, associated with animals and spinning wool. She is still invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Bavaria, and Swabia. Matthias knew that was in our hearts, or Christ was in our hearts, even if the white lady's name was on our lips. You think the spirits have been following the weather since no one follows the customs anymore? Sharper than you look, eh? The saints weren't the first to watch over Tassing. My mother knew that. Old Ranning Kemper knew that. Ranning Kemper, the late husband of Octilia. Okay. That bastard Abbott may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. Yeah, like that old widow that I totally know. Well, what do these traditions entail? When you get up at night to take a piss, go around the right side of the house and never go back the same way. That way the witches don't steal your soul. Okay, see ya. Alright, God bless you. Just remember, don't come back that same direction or else the damn witch is gonna get you. Where am I going? Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big George. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. Hit a big rock with the plow and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right, thank God for Sundays. Wish he could have made about 7 more of them Sunday. Hell, why couldn't God just make every day a day of rest? That'd be pretty damn good. Hey, Andreas, I got an idea for a new religion. Oh God, are they getting the torches ready already? Smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your wanders, Jahar, before you came to Tassing? Wandering years, during which a journeyman artist or craftsman travels far and wide to improve their skills. We could be from Italy, the Low Countries, or Basel. Give me the Low Countries. Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent, all the great art cities of Flanders. Where the hell is that? North and west down by the sea. There's your problem. The sea air has confused your sense of smell. Spend enough time in the mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. I don't live in the mountains and I can smell a storm coming. It's not special living in the mountains, sir. Sorry to bust your bubble. 10, 15 years? I don't think I have that long, Big George. What'd you spend all that time in Flanders doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Could have been a businessman, a rapscallion, a bookworm, a craftsman, a hedonist. I mean, I feel like based on some of our previous answers, we gotta be a hedonist. Flemish women are beautiful and the beer is wonderful. What do you think I spent my time doing? Sounds like fun, but you better not let Thomas hear about that. Who's Thomas? Oh yeah, that's a Thomas for sure. Why not? Priests tell us to emulate the lives of the saints. I revere St. Augustine, who said, "Lord, make me chaste, but not yet." St. Augustine of Hippo was an early Christian philosopher, theologian, and bishop of Hippo Regius. He is recognized as a doctor of the church and is most known for his works The City of God and his autobiographical confessions, as well as his development of the doctrine of original sin. If you say so, Andreas. I still think you're gonna get in trouble with Father Thomas. George! Anyway, got to get going. George! Let's go! Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Hey, Andreas, you say hello to the girls today? Maybe? Eva and Clara? Is Eva the one we were talking to? No, I mean the chickens. Peter, James, and John. They like it when you stroke their back or give them a good scratch under the breast. You name your chickens after the apostles? Yeah, you couldn't think of anything more feminine? All the pretty girls I know are married, though. Naming a chicken after another man's wife just doesn't seem right. I mean, I guess. I mean, I agree, it doesn't seem right, but... I mean, you could just make up your own names. I hear about the apostles every Sunday in Mass. They witness Jesus' greatest moments of glories and his darkest trials. And I was thinking, that's how it is with the girls and me. They see everything I deal with around here. Word of advice, don't mention that to anyone else, especially the father. It's fine, I get it. I'll just call them the girls from now on. I don't recall your family eating eggs. What do you do with all of them? Oh, we sell them to the Bowers. Clara says we need extra money for taxes. Anyway, I should get back to it. Till later, Andreas. Until then. Andreas, good timing. Is it good for you or good for me? Do you have a moment to lend me a hand? Sorry, my illness. I'm already late to the Abbey. I swear it won't be long. Alright. Wonderful, I got many irons in the fire. Or rather, shoes, horseshoes. I miscounted how many I put in. Now I need a hand or else they'll be overheat. And I won't be able to work the metal. You're the blacksmith? What the hell? Take the shoe and the tongs. Put the hot part of the shoe on the anvil and I'll hit it with the hammer. What am I doing? Oh, my mouse went off the screen. I'm sorry! My mouse went off the screen! Good, good. Next one. I'm trying, but my mouse keeps going off the screen. Ah, well done. See, short work. Thanks for the help, Andreas. I don't know what I was thinking doing all those at once. Sure would be nice to have someone to help me out over here every day. Sorry, don't look at me painting as hard. Have you considered a child? Yeah, get us a damn kid. You don't even gotta pay him or nothing. Have you considered an apprentice? I have. None of the boys in the village seem interested. Keep at 'em. Bet you could get Bert. Kids these days don't care about the old ways of blacksmithing. They're all about them, ooh, books and whatnot. Pansies, I say. Klaus would have my head if I tried. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'll see you and Otto up by the Abbey guest house for dinner. Until then. Indra Schmidt's smithy. It's much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. Okay, can't talk to the sheepy weepies. Oh, they're everywhere. Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them. That looks a lot like standing there doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Morning, Andreas. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. Um, should I offer to help? Perhaps. Helping others also helps us. It allows us to feel useful and take satisfaction in our work. That idiot Martin should be helping him. Yell at him and give him a good scare. Yeah, damn true. That's presumptuous. I'm not close to their family. Martin, idiot. Mind your own business, asshole. Martin, that's enough. And Andreas, leave the discipline to my mother. Look, there's something going on up at this Stein. Is that an inn? Steinauer's place? Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. Christ, I haven't seen... I'm guessing it's Christ or Lord. Christ, I knew it. Haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Johann pulled his pants down. Oh, that man, he's got the look of somebody who pulled his pants down. I believe that. Knocked two of my mom's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. I think he's a noble. He looks really rich. Damn it, Martin, stay out of trouble for once. What, Aunt Hedda? Or Hetty? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get the sheep under control. Yep, see ya. Yeah, don't work too hard, Martin. That was sarcastic. I'm insulting you. I don't know if you guys have learned about sarcasm yet. I'm pretty sure they've invented it by now, but, you know, you guys may not be on the up and up. Sorry, I can't read that shit. How's it going? Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. Another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Maria and Bert would love to see you. Oh, I was going to see who Maria was, but you really have to see the new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Teal Eulenspiegel. Sorry for all the pronunciation. The titular character of a popular 15th century book, Till is a prankster, continually exposing the vices and hypocrisy of others. He is also quite skilled at tricking people into smelling, touching, or eating his excrement. People are wild, man. I didn't realize Father Thomas let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas, he's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect the people from, Witch Mania? Oh God, don't say that, Andreas. We're less than a day's ride from Innsbruck. Innsbruck, capital of the Austrian county of Tyrol, and a major stop on the Imperial Road connecting Italy and Bavaria. It is the closest major city to an abbey and okay, it is Tassing. I thought it was Tassing, but it also kind of looked like it could be an L. Maybe I shouldn't have picked the fancy fonts, but notably is also the site of the witch trials in 1485. Oh, did you get people around here all worked up about witches again? Besides, don't talk about witches around Father Thomas. It's just a bad idea. Good to know. So, supper tonight after Vespers? Yeah, sure. I'm always down for free food. Great, I'll tell Marie. And Bert, you're coming. See you then. See you later. Can I go inside the house? No, it's locked. Are you the Father Thomas? He is. God bless Master Mahler. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just on the way up the hill to get to work. I'm running late to the Abbey. It's no problem if you don't have time for me today, but the question is, will you have time for the Lord on Sunday? You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? Well, I do, but I've been working on the, well, I stayed up too late on Saturday. I don't want to get into an argument with him about this. going to the church on Sunday be such a burden? If not for his sake, consider it for your own. A man has many duties. Father Thomas should appreciate how hard you work to help the asshole. Or help the Abbey. That asshole can't make you go to mass. To hell with him. We'll pick the enlightened centrist approach. Almost everyone in town works hard, though. Yeah, but we work harder. Because we're the main character, or whatever. I've been working on those sketches late at night, and... Andreas, this is about more than your success in this life. There is a nut... Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Mahler, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rothvogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Prosperous imperial free city in the western part of the empire, located on the Rhine River. Worms has been the site of many imperial diets. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbors were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I are returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck, and it was terribly dull. Venice? Yeah. I feel like most people have heard of Venice. One of the most powerful republics in the Italian peninsula, sitting on the northwest coast of the Adriatic Sea, Venice is a major center for commerce and art in southern Europe. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place is crawling with nobles from the Emperor's Diet. An imperial diet is an assembly of 3 colleges of the imperial states of the Holy Roman Empire. The prince-electors, the princes and dukes, the representatives of the imperial cities. They meet to deliberate on matters of importance to the empire. The Emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter. What's the diet for? Oh, nothing you need worry about. Austrian things, Habsburg things, boring even for nobles. Austrian House of Habsburg rule the whole Roman Empire since 1452 when Frederick III was crowned emperor by Pope Nicholas V in Rome. Known for their big chins. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Curacao. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. Abbot of Curacao before Father Gano, widely respected by the monks and nuns as well as the people of Tassing, known for his kindness and his love of books. A great loss for the Abbey and for us all. Indeed, by good fortune I recently came across a copy of Historia Tassia, an account of the early history of Tassing. Curaçao's previous abbot, Father Matthias, had a copy. Baron Rothvogel brought him another to the abbey as a gift. He was reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Oh no, witches. Or pagans. Ah, yes. But I must be off. There won't be time enough to discuss Tassing's past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey, though Father Janot and I have come to check on its progress. Oh, my lord, if you have come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mahler here. I'm not quite a true master yet. I still have to marry, be approved by the city council, actually make a masterpiece. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping in the Abbey Scriptorium, a room for writing, illustrating, and illuminating manuscripts. Though typically associated with monasteries, they have disappeared from almost all abbeys by the 16th century. A Nuremberg artist working in an abbey scriptorium in 1518. Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Well, I'm already late to the abbey, but I suppose it's alright. Of course it is. I'll have a word with the abbot if he makes a fuss. And if he still makes a fuss, I'll have a word with the Prince Bishop of Freising, a good friend of mine. Religious and secular ruler of the scattered territories in the Holy Roman Empire, keep want to say emperor, including the lands containing Tassing and Curacao Abbey. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Well, I already have prior engagements, but yeah, sure, we'll go. Did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Excellent. We will see you then. Nicholas, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us all and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Mahler. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. So then a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. You said you were unmarried? Well, I mean, most people don't become a master. I mean, maybe they'll call themselves, but, you know. No, I'm not married, but in truth, I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Erfurt is one of the most populous cities in the empire and is located near its heart. It has been home to a respected university since 1379 as the center for humanist thought. Erfurt, wonderful! The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. We probably shouldn't talk about him around here. Priest and professor of the theology at the University of Wittenberg, controversial for his opinions on the Church's sale of indulgences to forgive sin, which were recently published and distributed throughout the empire. He says things about the Church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him, did you? You must tell me. No, he was a few years ahead of me. Yeah, man, fuck the Church. I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the Church. A list of propositions against the Church's practices of selling indulgences for the remission of sin. It was written in 1517 by Martin Luther. Father Matthias is not above having a lively debate. Yeah, I mean, people like lively debate until you, like, piss them off too much, and then it's not so lively debate anymore. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Did you attend university? You seem very well educated, my good sir. Please give me money. No, my family is merely wealthy enough to provide me with all the cooks and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle to Cicero to Phoenicio to Erasmus and everyone in between and yet to come. Aristotle, you know who Aristotle is. Erasmus of Rotterdam, a Dutch priest and philosopher who is preeminent among northern humanists. He is known for his works in Latin and Greek, as well as his calls for reform within the Church. Cicero, statesman, lawyer, scholar, and renowned orator of the late Roman Republic. He was revered for both his contributions to Latin literature as his skill at rhetoric. Marsilio Fenicio is a 15th century Italian priest and humanist who was one of the leading figures of the Italian Renaissance. He is well known for his translations of the works of Plato into Latin. And then Aristotle, yeah, you know who he is, man. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? I don't want to fucking talk about it. Did you earn your doctorate? Oh no. No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. But I started working toward a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, it's a shame. What was your area of study? Fallen? Be medicine, imperial law, or theology? Give me medicine. All things medical, studying the latest and greatest texts coming out of Italy. Ah, yes, the Italians continue to innovate in that area. Extraordinary, really. Fascinating work. Who knows what secrets we may learn about the human body in the decades to come. You, if I had any faith, I would have prayed you never show your face here again. Curse you, Lorenz Rothvogel. Perchet's dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind to fate. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that all about? Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. Hit him with the ... Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium. The trivium and quadrivium represent the lower and upper divisions of classical liberal arts university education, parentheses, Latin, grammar, logic, and rhetoric from the trivium. Arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy form the quadrivium. Did you have a favorite subject? Not math. Latinist, logician, orator, occultist, heavens and earth. Let's go orator. I'm basically an orator if you don't think about it at all. Art of persuasion, naturally. Rhetoric! Ah, I assume you studied the Greeks and Romans both. Yes, Aristotle and Cicero, of course, but also Christian thinkers like Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. Thomas Aquinas, an immensely influential philosopher, theologian, and jurist in the tradition of scholasticism. I don't want to talk about it. True, we have less use for public discourse than senators did in the Roman Republic. Exactly, the doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade politicians, but to move the mind towards Christian truth. Still, the principles remain the same. Invent your arguments and arrange style and internalize them before delivering them to your audience. Splendid, though I suppose an artist has little use for rhetoric, especially in a place such as this. Not true. Rhetoric is also an art, and like other forms of art, it should be created for the audience and its purpose. It can be practiced as easily in the streets of a rural town as in the Curia of Rome. Rome? You know what Rome is. Well put. And your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at? Ballin'. That's not an option. Okay. It could be logic. Or a Latinist. A occultist. I mean, occultist seems kind of fun. It's either that. So what have we made past decisions? We're a hedonist who studied in Flanders, who likes rhetoric and medicine. I mean, occultism is kind of related to medicine, so you know what? Let's go with that. I used to access the university's library to pursue more esoteric interests. Oh, esoteric how? Mystical texts, books on alchemy, invoking spirits, divination. Purely academic, of course. I can't summon a ghost to attack you. Or can I? Of course. Don't blue text me. I haven't seen blue text. That's spooky. I started with Ficinio's Corpus Hermeticium. Corpus Hermeticium, a composition of 17 religious and philosophical treatises encompassing the soteriology of the Hermes Trismegistus, or the thrice great Hermes. The centuries-old texts reflect Egyptian, Greek, and Jewish traditions and ideas that were translated into Latin in the late 15th century by Marsilio Fenicio and Lodovicio Lazzarelli. Quite interesting, Andreas. I'll make some time to speak with you on this topic during my stay. As you wish. I will not say the "at my lord" part, okay? Hang my ass for disrespect if you want to. Nothing else to do in 1519. They ain't got no games yet. Ah, there's the Abbey. I have good memories of this place and of Father Matthias. I am sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Curacao at all? My family have been patrons of Curacao for, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago, I heard that Curacao had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. The artists that remain here are quite talented, if a bit old-fashioned. Well, Curacao is more than a bit old-fashioned. Some of my friends think I'm mad for commissioning a manuscript from an abbey in this day and age. But, well, my family have been patrons of Curacao for generations. It seems wrong to stop now when there's still talent here. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Grenot a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Or the reprogress. See, whenever I mispronounce the word, that's not me mispronouncing. That's just because it was spelled wrong, probably. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book of 20 illustrations? I know the work, but no, I do know the artist. Well, the Venerable Brother Piero. Oh, okay. I guess that's a Piero. I would not trust that dude to illustrate my book. How venerable? He's not senile, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has incredible talent with color, and I very much look forward to seeing it. Nicholas, tend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading up to the abbey. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. Founded in the 6th century, the Benedictines are a Christian monastic order that observe vows of obedience, poverty, chastity, and stability under the rule of Saint Benedict of Nursia. The church closed most of them centuries ago. But then Curaçao is a place out of time in more ways than one. Do you know Mother Cecilia? She seemed to recognize you. Oh, you're acquainted, yes. Let's leave it at that. Ah, you must be Father Grenot. I am Lord Lorenz, Baron of... Yes, the Baron of Rothvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. My text is very aggressive. If you say so, I'm not good at remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord. I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I rode ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Yes, no, it's no trouble. Do you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. Is this a bad time for me to ask for advance on my payment for the Book of the Hours? Book of Hours? A type of illuminated manuscript that contains an abbreviated form of the prayers of the divine office in addition to other religious texts. Most are relatively plain, but wealthy patrons often commission lavish examples with elaborate illustrations. I will kill you, Andreas. Murder is only unchristian if you really don't want to do it. If you really want to do it, it's okay sometimes. I should ask again when he's in a better mood. Maybe I should convince Brother Matthias to pay me, or Matthew, to pay me early. Oh shit. Oh shit. The Flyest Guy 1519 just dropped? Okay. So we should call it here. Can we like make like a manual save or? I mean, I know there's an auto save, but and I presume it did just save, but okay, it's just auto saves. Cool, cool. Alrighty, we will call it here for our first episode. Went a little bit longer than I expected, but I was trying to finish the conversation with the Baron guy, but he just kept on yabbering. I mean, I get it. There's nothing else to do. But they ain't invented no TV yet. Ain't even got the damn radio, and all the books are like not fiction. It's just some old dude talking about life, which is, you know, interesting, I suppose. As long as the old dude has good opinions. Some of the old dudes had good opinions. Some of them less than good opinions. Some of them, you know. With that being said, I'm Extra Cheesy 87, and stay tuned for the next part. Bye, guys.